It's not always good to play strong and, not let people see you sweat and smiling even though inside you're really sad, or dancing around even though you're in a lot of pain. People, you know, they don't understand. So as soon as you tell somebody, I'm not feeling well, so I can't go out with you today, or I can't, do a favor for you today because I don't feel well. And then people be thinking, you know, that you pretending to be sick because, maybe you was just smiling earlier, maybe you was just dancing earlier, maybe you was just, cleaning up earlier. And people don't realize that, I do a lot of things through pain. And sometimes it's not always physical pain, So when I say I'm sick, it might not necessarily mean I'm nauseated or I got stomach cramps or I got a headache or I got a cold or I got the flu or whatever have you. Being sick could merely mean that I'm depressed. I'm severely depressed. And on the outside, you would never know it because I try not to show it to other people. My husband sees it. But if I was to go outside and run into somebody that I know, they would never know that I'm in the midst of a severe depression. So you can't always, the moral of the story is, you can't always look at people and determine whether they're sick or not. That's just like when they have those mass shootings and, mass killings or whatever have you. And people get on there and say, I'm so shocked. That person was so quiet and, they didn't bother anybody and, they spoke to everybody. They was happy-go-lucky. And then what happened? They was putting on a happy face. But inside, they was really crying out. And I noticed because, like I said, people would never believe how sick I really be. And sometimes it's physical, and sometimes it's mental, and sometimes it's both. So if I tell you I'm not feeling well or I'm sick, then just know that it doesn't always mean physically sick. I can't help you if I can't even help myself. People need to understand that mental health, when it's gone bad, is a sickness. It's a chemical imbalance. So I just wanted to say that so that people will know when I say I'm sick, you might have just saw me jumping around, dancing, smiling, happy-go-lucky. Excuse me. And then hours later or the next day, I could be totally in a different space, mentally or physically. So I don't have to prove anything to anybody, but I just wanted to put that out there that people think that, they know how you feel or how you're doing based off of what you do on YouTube. And that's just so false. Because people be going through a whole lot of shit behind the closed doors. And of course, yeah, when they come on YouTube, they got to put that face on, because that's what's expected. If you have a channel where people used to seeing you upbeat and laughing and having a good time, then you don't want to keep coming on there sad and crying and, oh, I'm hurting and, oh, I'm depressed and, oh, I'm this. So you put on that happy face to cater to the audience that you attracted, and then once that camera go off, you back to being sick again. That's just like, on my mukbang channel. I would never go over there and be looking sad or whatever have you. That's not like those people is over there to get their tingles. They don't want me over there talking about how I don't feel good and I'm depressed and I'm this and I'm that and I'm the other. So yeah, I turned that camera on. I could have just had a full-on fight with my husband. I don't mean a physical fight, but I could have just had a full-on fight with my husband. And then right before I'm getting ready to do a mukbang video, and then turn that camera on and be full of smiles and giving y'all the greatest tingles ever. And you will never know that I just had a full-on fight. And when I get off camera, it'll probably start up again or continue. So when I put on a smile and hide my pain, it's just me trying to make my coins, even though I don't feel like it, you know? Sometimes you gotta push through. That's not always easy, and it don't always happen. But if you see me on YouTube smiling and laughing and thriving, and then maybe, tomorrow you call me and ask me, come on girl, let's go hang out, and I say, nope, I don't feel well. Well, you was just on YouTube dancing and playing and having a good time. Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover. Girl, bye.